Guys, welcome back to another episode. The last 2 days I haven't posted because I've been actually very sick. I don't know why, but I got this terrible fever. I just wasn't feeling great at all, but today I'm back, I'm feeling better. So sorry for those 2 days, but we're back. And over the last 2 days, a lot has happened that are a lot of good things besides me getting sick. So basically, I was talking about TikTok Shop in my last episode, I want to say it was, and how we started working with Rippy Club for our TikTok Shop. Well, basically, let me just see here. Seller, we got several orders already. We have 70 samples ready to go out. So that's 70 out of 150 creators that we're looking to do for our batch test. So let's see, or 95, shit. All right, so guys, we have 95 samples that we're sending out to creators. Basically what their strategy is reach out to a ton of these TikTok affiliate creators. And by doing that, what we're doing is getting a bunch of people that want to promote our product. And if you look through the following, they have 60, 70,000 followers each. So we're gonna get 150 of them for free samples. They're gonna post for free. And what that does is it gives us a batch test of what types of creators will convert the best, what styles of content will convert the best for us. And not only does it do all of that, but it gives us a chance to even take their content and run ads with it later on. So super excited for that. But yeah, so we've had 95 people request samples, and we have about $449 in actual sales from the shop. So pretty wild, guys. I'm really happy about that, actually. It's that's sick because I was always looking to do TikTok Shop, and we hadn't been able to figure it out, so we hired an expert. But all the while we were trying to figure it out, we were learning about TikTok Shop's platform. So now that we hired this team, Rippy Shop, basically we're able to understand their strategy and their approach because we understand the platform so well. So now we're not super confused as to why they're doing what they're doing. So after you understand something, outsource it to somebody who's better than you. That's very important. But yeah, guys, so that's a win on Shop. I was telling you guys about that. We're still working on Amazon right now. We have to get barcodes and stuff like that for Amazon specifically. So that's a work in progress. And yesterday was a big day. So a really big day. Not only did we hit our $150,000 goal for this month, we hit 150K. But yesterday, boys, we did $31,000 in revenue and $5,900 in net profit because we started having new sales. So 31K a day yesterday, I'll put that right there. And today, mind you, it's 9:30 a.m. We're at 11.8K already today, and it's 11:30. So putting that there, 11.8K with 1K profit. So not great margins today, but super good revenue, Mark. Pumped. Reason we're able to do that is because we're looking to cap out our mid. Obviously, the one that we've been working to cap out this month, we had to hit our goal. But we also wanted to test that new merchant account that we got as well, which is doing decent. It's not doing amazing. It's not doing exactly how we want it to, but it's doing decent. So we're happy about that. And we have a couple other solutions in our box that we're gonna be testing out maybe in a week or two. So hopefully as we get this increase, we're gonna also have a few other solutions coming in that we're gonna be able to test out and see how it also works. And by February 16th, 17th, maybe 18th, we'll have several solutions that are just banging. We have a lot of traffic going, we're making money, everything's going well, shop's doing well. So we're just excited. There's a ton of momentum behind our brand right now, and it's just very, very exciting, guys. So that's a update as far as how everything's been going. Obviously I've been very sick, but outside from that, business has been booming, boys. And yeah, so a couple things we got to do today. We have to first run through our daily sprint sheet. That's very important. It's just our daily checklist, guys, to make sure everything works right. Especially now that we're running new traffic, it's more important now than it is when we're not running traffic, right? There's more things that apply in that checklist now than before. So what I'll do is after I'm done talking right now and I eat some breakfast, I'll go ahead and record again, and you'll watch me run through my daily tasks, all right? So that's the first thing we're going to do today. Second thing is possibly go on some apartment tours. So we're thinking about looking at some new apartments out here in Florida. And so we're looking to schedule a couple of them and maybe even some house tours. So not too sure, but that's something that might be in this video today. And all right, my gimbal decided to fold. So we might go on some apartment tours today, and then later on today, we're gonna be working on ad creatives and advertorials for the gummies and the cream. So we started running ads for the cream, hasn't gotten any sales yet, but it's only at $100 a day in budget. So we're not expecting any sales just yet, but we're gonna be working on new creatives for the cream, new creatives for the gummies for our own ads. We're gonna be looking at what our affiliates are running as far as creatives for our ads to be able to generate numbers that they're doing right now. And yeah, so it should be really good. Also, our designers came back because we're obviously working on new home pages. We're working on this stuff all the time for our brand page. We want it to just look super, super clean, right? Boys, this is the cleanest website that I feel like I've ever seen in my whole life. So we literally like redid the entire site, the homepage and everything, and it just looks so nice. Like we literally have a video where the gummies, all right, because my gimbal doesn't want to work, I'm just gonna hold the phone. But we literally have a video where the gummies are like floating and then they fall down into our bottle and then the cap closes. It's just so sick. And that's gonna be on our homepage instead of like an image as our slider, so it looks really clean. We've got better testimonials, better representation of the ingredients. At the bottom of our site now, well, it's not in code yet, so this is just a design, but we have like follow us on Instagram with like the Instagram feed and then an FAQ section. So super excited for the new homepage, but it's the cleanest thing I've seen in a while. And after I reveal it, you guys will be able to take a look and see it, but I'll make sure that I take screenshots and everything of the original pages so you guys can see the biggest difference like ever. It's pretty insane. So all right, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab something for breakfast. After that, I'll start to record again, run you guys through the daily tasks. And meanwhile, my gimbal charges, I'm gonna eat some breakfast. So talk to you in a few. All right, guys, so we're out here on the balcony and we're about to run through our daily sprint sheet. And today, in terms of revenue, is actually really great. And our monthly cap resets again tomorrow. So we are at 17,000 in revenue today. Pretty awesome. Very high refunds today. Not too sure exactly what's causing that, but it's better to have refunds at this stage in our business than it is to have chargebacks. So once we get our cap increase, you're gonna see our refund ratio drop down to like probably 15% instead of it being at like 30% where it's usually at right now. Because we're gonna be switching up our SOP for how customer support interacts with customers and refunds, then doing partials and things like that. Because ideally, right, we're not going to be refunding thousands of dollars a day in sales, you know, and we can manage a couple more chargebacks with a couple different solutions. So that's kind of what we're looking to do. So 17K today so far. I'll screenshot that. I'll throw it right there. But yeah, so what we're going to do is first task of the day is to check on the merchant accounts, right? I've been talking about how important these are. Extremely important, and what we're going to do is go to our transaction report, which we use Connective CRM. So it's like Checkout Champ, Connective, they're the same company. Basically, Connective has a bunch of different reporting to check on the health of your merchant accounts and all that good stuff. So what we're going to do is navigate over to this transaction detail report. Let's see. Reports, payments, transaction detail report, search for errors. Okay, so we're gonna set it to 1 minute. Soft decline and hard decline. So we're just gonna set it to this and look for these errors. So what we're looking for is authentication failed, which means basically our gateway isn't working. So that would just be a bad thing because that means it's declining all the sales. We're going to be looking for, let's see, bad bin or host disconnect. That's another processing error. So we're just looking for errors coming from the processor itself, just to make sure that it's not something that we're doing wrong. And I'm not seeing anything like it. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything. All right, so that's good. First task, we are completed. Not seeing anything bad here. Actually looks all good, so all right. Now, next task, boys. We're gonna check to see if there's any orders that have to be manually approved for fulfillment. So what we're gonna do is go quickly check. There is none, so all good, everything's good to go. That's our second task. Then we have to check our fulfillment for yesterday to make sure everything's going out well and that there's nothing on a hold task or, or a hold status or freeze status. And there's a couple actually caught and hold. So I'm gonna follow up with our fulfillment team soon here and see what's going on with that, why they're held and why aren't they shipped yet, because typically we would like to get it out the next business day. So this should be processed already. But I'm not seeing any that are failed fulfillments here or anything like that. So that's good that there's no like bad addresses or anything like that. So to me, it looks pretty good. There are a lot of shipped ones. Yeah, it looks good to me. So yeah, let me go ahead and go to the next one. Next thing we have to do is check the affiliates. All good. I already saw that today. Yeah, so then after I'm done recording, I'm going to call our customer support team, make sure they answer fast, make sure that they treat me well, and they're following the script. Obviously very important because at scale now, we're at scale, right? $17,000 in revenue today or something like that. So lots of orders coming through. So what we have to do is make sure that our customer support team is on point. They're doing everything right. We have to log into the customer service email, make sure that's all being responded to quickly. Obviously we have the customer support agents checking in with us when they clock in and when they clock out. Like they say, oh, starting my shift. And then when they're done, they say ending my shift. So what we're able to do is see which customer support agents are doing very well during the time that they're actually working, right? It's another thing that we also have access to in our CRM is every single agent has its own account. And so within all of the orders, it gets marked by certain different agents, right? Like if agent 1 is clocked in between 9 to 3 p.m., and agent 1's managing all these orders, I can see what orders agent 1 has made notes on and see if they're performing well. And I can just see the agent's performance, so we know if we need to terminate an agent or if we should give a bonus to an agent, right? It's very important to build a good company culture. So for these people that don't make a ton of money, right, they're in the Philippines, well, $1,000 goes a really long way. And so sometimes, like if they're performing very well, we just give them a $1,000 bonus, boom, good to go. And so that's how we kind of keep everything in check, make them want to work harder for us. So it's always a good thing. Now we're going to go ahead and check the chargebacks. So dashboard here. See if because it's the last day of the month, so we're just going to see how the chargebacks are looking for this month, see if we got any more new ones. No new ones today. Couple yesterday, all MasterCard, and we had 4 of them come in from one different person. Reason for that is because we don't bundle our upsells into one transaction. We actually just keep them as separate transactions. So if a customer buys the gummy and they want to buy the oil and they want to buy the freeze cream, well, those freeze cream and the oil will come in as separate orders. Reason being is because, let's just say we did bundle it all as one transaction. If they got approved for the gummies because they had $200 in their bank account and they spent $200 on gummies, just as an easy number to use, well, if they tried to take the upsell for $50 and they didn't have any more money in the account because they only spent their last $200 on gummies, then it would decline not only the oil, it would decline the entire transaction. So you wouldn't even get the sale for the gummies. So for us, it makes the most sense to just keep it separate, So each transaction is separate, but that also opens up this risk where now we have a customer charge back 4 items because they took all of our upsells, and now we have 4 new chargebacks from one customer. So that's not a good thing, right? But by weighing the pros and cons, it just makes the most sense for us to do not bundle the transactions. So, yeah. But, yeah, everything looks good today. as far as TikTok Shop goes, today we're at $32 in revenue on it. We sold one item, and we're just constantly reaching out to these affiliates. We've shipped 67 samples now, so it's on its way. We have pretty much everybody on this list has over 10,000 followers. So technically speaking, if all 67 of them post, that's over 600,000 people that would see this, or have the opportunity to see this, So that's a great amount of eyeballs on the product, and I'm hoping what they can do is just create such good content that it starts to just work really well. And if it does, then we can use those videos they create and make ads out of them, see the angles that they're approaching it with, and just start to run it up. So I think TikTok Shop within the next 3-4 weeks, here's my projection, I think we'll do at least 40K in revenue over just the next 4 or 5 weeks alone. So maybe 3-4, I don't know. But within the next month and a half, we'll be doing great revenue on Shop. I just have a great feeling about it, because all these affiliates, we just send a bunch of messages every single day to them and say, hey, here's this free sample opportunity, right? And our creators have made X amount with us. You just kind of throw that in there. So it's been really good so far. I'm really excited for it. And we're basically approving every single creator right now, just because, like I said earlier, we need to know what's going to work. What kind of creators will work, right? There's niches on their accounts and everything like that. And so we're going to be able to see creator 1, 2, and 3 are in the beauty niche. 4, 5, and 6 are in this fitness niche, right? Are 4, 5, and 6 going to outperform 1, 2, and 3? And that'll just give us an opportunity to kind of see the metrics that we need to, and the niche that we'll sell more to. It just gives us more data to work with, right? Data is the most important thing in all of this. In your business, data drives you forward. So for us, it's very important to know what people to promote our product, what kind of content they're going to use to promote our product, and all that good stuff. So that's how Shop's been. But yeah, so all is well. And I'm feeling much better today, actually, so thank God, because it was awful. I'm not back to eating anything raw or anything like that yet, actually, because that's very quick to digest, and I don't need that right now. So what we made some chicken soup yesterday, just with some chicken thighs and stuff. My girl made it, so that's basically what I've been eating today. And then tomorrow I'll start to integrate more fats and everything back into my diet. So looking forward to that, and I should be able to start training again tomorrow, at least just light jogs and runs. Maybe today I can do a super chill workout on the beach or something. But I'm trying to take it easy, just get full recovered, so that I can just get back into this next week and go hard with boxing and everything again. But yeah, so everything's going great. We literally just ran through all of the daily tasks. It doesn't take that long. Obviously throughout the day, there's a couple things that we need to look for. We need to make sure that our pages are performing well for our affiliates. So by that, it means we need to make sure that the earnings per click for them are very high. Not very high, but high enough, right, for them to want to send traffic. We need to make sure that our pages are converting. I don't know, there's just a couple of things that we just need to check up on throughout the day, make sure the business is running as smooth as it could, right? And yeah, so very happy with the way things have been going. But I'm just excited, honestly. I know we're not doing the volume that we want to be doing yet. We don't necessarily have the mids yet to do the volume either. But we have so many opportunities coming up here soon. We have so many new relationships that we're about to start to work with for new merchant accounts. For Shop, we just started with the Rippy team, and they're killing it for us. We're learning so much. There's a lot of momentum, like I said earlier, behind our brand, and it's just insane. I've been saying this, but we're gonna do at least 5 mil this year. 5 mil is my goal, so we're gonna kill it. I'm very excited, and obviously that's not profit. Just keep that in mind. Whenever all these numbers I'm telling you aren't profit, usually I do tell you the profit as well. But yeah, it's gonna be insane. So crazy next couple of months, boys, coming up. It's gonna be absolutely wild. But all of the things that we've been putting work into are coming to fruition, right? I've been telling you how much work we're putting into TikTok. Now it's starting to reflect. We've been working in many solutions for our merchant accounts. We're refunding so many customers to keep this merchant account healthy, but by February 16th, we're hoping to give us the increase that we need, right? So there's so many things that we've been really working on hard to make this brand come out and just like kill it across everything. So I'm just very excited, dude. It's gonna be pretty insane. Yeah, what's next? So because I've ran through all my daily tasks, I have some Rebuildify clients that I have to go into and sync in their store to our platform and everything with them. So I have to set that up for them today. What else? I have to submit an application to a new merchant processing relationship that we have today. So that's another thing we have to do. We finished up our user guide for all of our items. So basically, user guide just runs through like health and wellness, and it talks about just normal things that are like actual practical health and wellness advice. And then it also talks about like how to use their products, why to use their products, when to use them, how much to take, and all that stuff. So it's a very thorough guide that's going to go along every single order confirmation that we send out, just to like add a value. I know we were talking about doing a course before for them, but the course like right now is kind of like a bit too expensive for us to produce. We'd have to hire like an actor and all that. So we're looking into alternatives and possibly making an AI guy talk about the course. So that's something that we're thinking about doing in the future here. But for now, it's just going to be on the back burner until we're ready. So we created this user guide in the meantime, just so that way we can kind of get this going with minimal resources invested. But all right, boys, that call is actually my accountant, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that, and I'll talk to you guys after. But yeah, so great day so far today. Talk to you soon. All right, boys, so we finished up a lot of our work for the day. We still have to integrate one of our clients, so still working on that. And then, of course, there's the creatives and advertorials we have to work on when we get back. But right now, we're actually driving over to our first apartment tour today. I think it's actually going to be the only one for the day. But this is the one that I've really liked a lot. Like I've been looking at it online for a minute and, I've just been loving it. So heading over there right now, I'll record the apartment so you guys can see it. It's really dope. It's like an industrial loft, but trying to get something like that's more me. So it's pretty dope. I like this a lot. So I'm going to drive over there and show you guys the potential new home. It should be sick. And so yeah, I'll talk to you guys after. All right, boys, so we are back at home, back on the balcony, and we're getting back into work. And that apartment was absolutely amazing. It was like super sick, high ceilings, New York vibes, loved it. But on the way back home, I picked up a celebratory cigar for hitting 400K in revenue. A little overdue because I was a little sick when we hit it. But we've hit $436,000 in revenue since we started on November 18th. And it's all because we've been super consistent, grinding, working hard, and honestly, for the most part, eating shit, things haven't been going the way that we want them to as far as mid-cap goes. Some of the traffic and stuff like that wasn't working. TikTok Shop wasn't working for a while, but dude, because we've been so consistent and just putting in the work no matter what the results brought us, I think that's been a big proponent to the success of this brand so far, especially on these other fronts like TikTok Shop and everything like that. We're just putting the time in, putting the energy into learning these things, and eventually, obviously, we're getting results, right? So couldn't be happier, to be honest with you. It's very fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna smoke this, and I like the fact that every 100K I have one of these. It's nice, and the reality is like whenever I have one, I get to kind of sit and have a conversation with myself. So I at this point, it's actually on the camera, but usually when I hit it and I just have a cigar, I'll put on some music and just sit on the balcony, look at the view, and just think and reflect on when I started, when I was 14, and I was literally just living in a tiny town in New Jersey. Like my high school graduating class, I think had like 200 kids or something like that, maybe even less. And it's just insane because I literally was just like a kid that started e-com with the dream to make it, and I think that goal obviously is ever changing, right? It literally changes like all the time, right? The goalpost of make it changed from, if I make 10K a month, or if I make 15, 20 to $1 million a month, whatever. Every time that you reach a new goal, obviously the goalpost shifts for what you consider to be made it, right? And it just like, when I have this, I mean, in general, but specifically when I have this, I like to think back on when I started, why I started, and what my goals were when I got into this in the first place, because it puts it back into perspective, right? It's just, it's really nice to think about that, because sometimes you get lost in leveling up, like trying to level up your business, your mindset, your everything. You just try to get so consumed by leveling up that you're not really taking a minute to even stop and smell the roses, or taking a minute to stop and even think about the things that you have already achieved and celebrate your wins, your small wins, your big wins, any of them, because you're just so focused on the next goal, the next goal, the next goal, that you get so consumed by that. And in general, it doesn't bring you any type of like joy anymore. So when I do this, it actually makes me feel really good, like just to think about why I started, just bring me back to my roots, essentially. I just mentioned that I grew up in a small town in Jersey, but I didn't grow up with money or anything like that. My parents did not have money. My parents were separated. It was just like, I didn't have picture perfect childhood, I guess you could say, as many of you guys didn't. But basically, it's just nice to think about where we came from, and just showing that we're not products of our environment necessarily, that you can go ahead and create your own reality, that you're the person, this is all just like basically Instagram guru quotes, but that you can create your own reality. You're the one that is essentially able to put yourself in any position you want to be in. You can open any door for yourself. It's just all up to you if you decide to go ahead and take the action to do that, in my opinion. So it's great when I have these, I just get to sit and I think about that. Today, when I have this, I actually have to go and integrate one of our clients' stores. So what I'm doing right now, and what Rebuildify did in general, is we manage subscriptions for a bunch of e-com merchants. So not only just for my store, right, which is the CBD company, but we've had experience in a ton of different industries. So like we've worked with digital products, we've worked with kitchen products, mom products, makeup. Like we've worked with a ton of different items, and so basically it's given us a lot more data to understand the industries better, right? And understand what we should be looking for as our KPIs and everything like that, how a business should be structured. So Rebuildify, what we do is we help and manage and scale subscription businesses. So when I say we're integrating a client, basically it's like a client that exists, comes to us and they're just like, hey, I have this new store or whatever. I just need you guys to integrate the checkout, the offer, and all that good stuff. So that's basically what I mean, is Rebuildify is a CRM. We have a bunch of checkouts available to our customers. So essentially, like instead of going from Shopify.com, you hit buy now and it goes to checkout.shopify.com instead. So it's on a subdomain where our clients just have more customization options. So yeah, pretty dope. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. But yeah, guys, it's super important to take note of the fact that you do need to be present sometimes. Like I'm even guilty of this. Like this is kind of the reason why I started this like 100K cigar thing, is because I'm guilty of not celebrating wins. Instead, I'm guilty of just like constantly looking into the future, and that doesn't do any good, right? Like it doesn't help you build momentum if you're not celebrating even any of your small wins, your big wins. Like it just doesn't help you build momentum mentally, right? You're always thinking like you're playing catch up instead of, oh shit, yeah, I just conquered this. I just conquered this. I just conquered this. Now I'm on the top of the mountain, or I'm on the peak, and now I got to keep going up, or like maybe there's a new mountain to climb. Like instead of that kind of mindset, it's like, oh man, like I'm trying to catch this, but I'm never able to catch it, because every time that I get close to it, there's a new thing that pops up and it makes me not be able to catch it, right? So rather than chasing that, instead celebrate the small wins. I promise it's going to build more momentum. You're going to be happier in your business, and it's just going to feel a lot better. Like, dude, for us, like, and for me, right? Like, I could be like, oh yeah, I want to be on 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I've been celebrating literally every 100 subscribers. I'm like just super pumped. Like, I just am like, hell yeah, we got 100 subs. You know, like, it's nothing major, but it is something. You know, and obviously that goal will shift over time. If we grow to 50K, then I'll probably celebrate every 1K or something like that, or 10K if we're at 100K. You know, like, but nonetheless, there's still going to be things to celebrate, and so you don't chase. You celebrate when you hit something, even if it's small. So that's something that I want to put across, because too many people are like too addicted to this hustle culture thing, which is cool. Hustle culture is dope, but celebrate the small wins, because that's important. I think it's very important. So yeah, also great news. We did get a sale today from our ads from Facebook. Not profitable, but we got a sale, which means that with time and maybe different angles, different creatives, we can scale the offer, because reality is like first angle might not work the best. But if we get sales and we can find out why people are buying what they're buying, then it kind of becomes something that's very good for us. So yeah, pumped. First sale from that. We got first sales from TikTok Shop. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like, by celebrating these small wins, you build momentum in your business, but also in your life, and like then that energy just kind of flows from you. It's just like, boom, like from me, you can feel it. You know, like it's just like positive energy in your life, and it's just like it helps drive your life forward in every single aspect that you could possibly think of. So celebrate those wins, because if you don't, then you're not going to get rewarded for anything. I mean, like if you don't, like, let's just think about this like this, right? Why would okay, here's a better example. Okay, so you have a Ferrari, right? You have a Ferrari parked in your garage. This Ferrari is beautiful, red Ferrari, tan leather interior, right? There's one guy with this Ferrari, and then there's you. You both have the same car, same garage, same everything, same lives. Okay, one guy lets his car get super dirty because he's not caring about the car. He's always looking for, you know, oh man, I wish I could have this Lamborghini. And then there's you, who's like, oh dude, yeah, I'm so happy I got this Ferrari. This is like my favorite car. You're taking care of it. You're detailing it every week, making sure it's clean. And by doing that, you're taking care of the things that you were rewarded with by God or the universe or whatever you guys want to, consider. But you're taking care of the things that were gifted to you, right? By celebrating the achievements that you get, you're gifted, basically. The achievements you're gifted, it's the same thing as taking care of a car. The person that doesn't take care of their car is probably not going to get rewarded with another car, because you're not worthy of that car. But if you're taking care of your car and you're positive about it, you're loving it. A, you had to be making good money to get the Ferrari anyway. But B, you'll probably make more money, enough to buy your second car, because guess what? You've treasured this car, right? It's the same thing as if you treasure your goals. Every single goal, you celebrate them, even if they're small, then you're going to be rewarded constantly, over and over again. Just think about that positive energy. It's just like a cycle, a wheel of energy. And so that, my friends, is how you build momentum in your lives. And that's why it's so important, because for years, even when I started, I failed to do that. And I would also say a big attribution to the success in our businesses, the success in our lives. And so if you feel you're successful in whatever it is that you're doing, literally anything that you're doing, then you're going to start to have success in everything. So if you're successful in the gym and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, I just hit this PR and I'm killing it. And then you start a business and you're like killing it in the gym already. So you're bringing that energy over to your business. Guess what? Your business is going to start to kill it. Even the small goals, you're, oh, I'm killing it. Guess what? Then the big goals are starting to get hit. Then your gym goals are going to get hit even more. Then it just goes together, guys. It's energy. It goes together. So very important to know that. And it's sick. So I'm going to go ahead, smoke this, integrate the store. And yeah, after that, we'll go ahead and talk about some TikTok Shop. And yeah, that's about it for the video. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, boys. So TikTok Shop. Everything's going well right now. The only things that we have to continue to do is check up on fulfillment, make sure all of our samples are going out. We've shipped out like 75% of them now. So that's amazing. Obviously, creators should get their samples within like a week. So we should have some more traction on the platform within 1 week, maybe 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks. I don't know what to really expect. But anyway, we should have some great traction coming up pretty soon here. We finished off the day on TikTok with like $94 in sales, which is a lot more than we've had in the past couple of weeks where we've had absolutely no sales. And I was talking earlier in the video about how I was going to work on advertorials and creatives and stuff. For the gummies, I'm still working on the creatives and the advertorial, but for the cream, because we did get a sale, and honestly, we don't have that big of a budget going into it yet. We're only spending $100 a day, so we don't have that much data to work with, and I've been talking about how important data is. So there's not much data to work with yet, so we're gonna let the ads rock for a little while and just see how they perform, see which ad creatives did the best, and then what we're gonna do is go ahead and look at those ad creatives and just make them better, make improvements on them, and then test new ones, new variations of the successful ad creatives. So that's kind of the strategy, but Hunter and I talked tonight, and there's just no point in trying out a bunch of new ones because we're barely getting our data back on the first one. So I think I'm gonna end the video pretty much here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, if you have any questions for me, just comment below. Happy to answer every single question that comes through. But boys, today was an amazing day. I think we did like roughly $20,000 and some change in sales. I'll put that there and killed it. So great day, great January. What a way to end the month. What a way to end the month. And yeah, so thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.